You guys. Sorry I ghosted you, but you can deal with it. Probably, I hope. It'd be a little parasocial if you couldn't, but I don't blame you. I'm awesome. I don't usually. Whatever. Okay. Phoenix Wright. After Phoenix Wright, we are going to jump into nonary games. In fact, we've already jumped into before, but we kind of just got the introduction to the game. We didn't really go into the full game itself. We had like one mini game and like I think like an hour or two of dialogue. But it seems like it's picking up speed. It gave us the exposition dump and the tutorial bits. So it'll progress a little quicker now, I believe. And I'm really looking forward to the nonary games. I believe it's 2 games in total. It's like a collection. But I'll explain more of that once we get there. Let me boot up Justice for All. Now, we're really at the end of the trial, and I don't feel like explaining every single thing that happened to it, because it kind of runs deep. There's a lot to it. But basically, our good friend Maya, or Mia, I always get the two confused, got kidnapped by an assassin who I believe killed a movie star, I guess you could call it, a TV show star, an actor. And we were told to get an acquittal, a not guilty verdict, on my client, who is being who's being kind of the scapegoat of the whole trial. Let me pause the music here. Okay. Ooh, I can't see chat now. There we go. Let's get to the game. Oh, I got my desk all set up. I'm ready to go. It feels good to get back in the saddle. It's I was really not feeling it Tuesday. I was really low at the point. Actually, what happened Tuesday is I made a plan to go out with Mary to our favorite sushi place to pay for the emotes that I got. That was her commission. She agreed to it. It's not like this is what you get, deal with it. It wasn't like that. But I found out they were closed all day on Tuesday, and we were both looking really forward to it. But sadly, they were closed. We went to an Italian place instead. Half bottle off wine. Couldn't go wrong with that. But also, I spent an extra hour at work, which I wasn't planning. Meaning, I had to go out, eat late. And then by the time I got home, it was like 9 p.m. Maybe 8. It might have been like 8:30. And I'm like, it's too late to stream. I'm not in the mood. I'm full of yummy garlic mashed potatoes. And I will not put up with the stream right now. So I just ghosted you guys. Yeah, half off wine. I am not a wine drinker. But the wine we got was actually pretty good. I can't remember the name. Maybe Mary knows it or got a picture of it. I don't think we paid attention to the name. I didn't. I got... Well, the dish I got has the restaurant's name in it, and I don't think it's a chain, so I'm not going to say it. But it's their... it was like a butter lemon chicken, like half a chicken. Actually, no, I think it was like breasts. It was 2 chicken breasts and like a really rich lemon butter sauce with like crispy, not crispy artichokes, but like baked artichokes, if that makes sense. Is that how it's described? It was my first time having artichokes that weren't on a pizza, so that was an experience. And then a huge helping of garlic mashed potatoes was extremely good. And the wine was good to pair. It was fun. Mary got like a pesto ravioli sort of thing. I don't know how to explain it other than that. I was too focused on what I had, so I was too distracted. It was a lot of food though. But it turned out to be a good night, even though we were like a last minute change of plan. But I like how that works out. Alright, so we are currently cross-examining the killer, which is the assassin who kidnapped Mia. You know what? Let's settle this. I don't want to keep saying the wrong name. Maya, who kidnapped Maya, and he doesn't want to show up in court, obviously, because he's the one who killed the victim, obviously. And now we are trying to cross-examine and get information out of him, and maybe we can find... Oh, actually, that's right. Gumshoe, the detective who helps us a lot, went out to try and find his location. So we're kind of stalling for time to find this guy until Gumshoe gets to his location. Although we heard he got into a car accident, not sure what else is gonna happen. But I'm interested to see how they resolve this. Alright. I think the reason I quit at this part is because I was really confused of what to do. Usually when this happens, it's something I have to press multiple times. It's not exactly a piece of evidence I have to present. I always forget that's an option. Is if they contradict inside the same cross-examination in two places, you gotta press there first, press another one, and then go back to the one that changed. And I'm thinking it's in here because it's very vague in what he's saying, and it relates nothing to the case, which makes me think probably don't have to use evidence here. Okay, so let's reread the cross-examination. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. So I think first we're just gonna press everything again. And if you watched the previous VOD, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go through it again just because I don't remember it that well. It's been a week. Oh, I should have said, I decided not to do variety hours this week. I just didn't have everything prepared for it. We'll move it on to next week on Thursday. Oh, also, what time is it? Oh shit, I forgot to check the movie polls. Let me see what won. If I remember right, Dunkirk was winning. Oh shit, it's a tie. But who just added a reaction? Alex? No, Ozzy did. Ozzy did. Well, I see it now. It's 5-5. Dunkirk's gonna win because I always vote for the tiebreakers. I always do the movie that I haven't seen yet. I've already seen Austin Powers. Second place, welcome in. How are you doing? We're gonna be doing nonary games today, so are you planning on streaming today, Second? I know you wanted to be there for nonary. And we're pretty close to the end of this. I think we only got like 20 minutes of the game left. Imagine voting Dunkirk over Austin Powers. I realize Harry Styles isn't even the main character of Dunkirk. I thought he was, but it turns out he isn't. I looked at the IMDb page. He has like 3 lines of dialogue, but he's in there, so the gimmick still works. I was debating on streaming, but if you're playing nonary games, I'll probably just chill. All right, it's up to you, buddy. We'll probably do nonary games no matter what, because I really want to play that game. And we just finished this one, and I like kind of spreading them apart if I can. We've been playing a lot of Phoenix Wright, although I've been gone for a week. We can hear anything you have to say later. I narrate the whole thing. I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? I wish I had like a metal cup. I saw Chronol, when he was streaming, he used like a metal cup to talk into when he was reading lines from a robot. I don't think I got that. I don't think, is this gonna work? It probably sounds like shit, though. It probably sounds like shit. Can you hear this? Is that good? Or should I not do it? I beat the third one, and it was pretty good, so it's got my seal of approval if you want to do that one after the first two. Oh, the Nonary games. I was thinking Phoenix Wright for some reason. It's only because you don't know about my situation. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between the client and himself. I feel like there's something weird with this part, because there was evidence to... not evidence to show, because we don't have evidence for that, but it made it seem like he didn't trust his client, because he made all these kind of strange moves to, or like he had backup evidence in case he went against the killer, which he did, and which the killer used his counterattack basically. But in this conversation, he's acting like, oh, he trusted his client 100%, no doubt. I can trust my bro, but in reality, I don't think he did. Trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this manner? This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did, yes, that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly... That's enough. Please, no more. Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. That is the reason I am here today on the witness stand. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. Okay, I think I already figured it out. I don't know how I didn't see this earlier, but he already countered the previous thing he stated, is he trusts his client 100%. And now he's saying he broke the rules. So it's a clear contradiction. I was wondering if you're alright since you hadn't streamed since Saturday. I was alright. I already talked about the story earlier in the streams, but I'll paraphrase it. So Tuesday, I had plans to go out to eat with Mary, or Stygian Sunshine, as you may know. And that was just to go... It was to celebrate her making the emotes, basically. It was like paying her for it. But the restaurant we were planning to go to was closed that day and we didn't realize it. We made a last minute decision to go somewhere else. It took pretty much all night until like 8:30. And then when I got home, I'm like, I don't really feel like streaming. So I just ghosted. And then Saturday, I was just not in the mood to stream. Actually, what was I doing Saturday? Was I doing anything Saturday? I never know. I can't remember the past 2 days, let alone the whole week. But I think I was doing something and I just wasn't available Saturday. And Mary streamed Sunday. And we share a computer, so that doesn't work out that well. Maybe she'll eventually get a computer herself. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. The role. This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now. Excuse me, but would you care to die? No, I didn't say anything. The judge had better watch himself. Get her a computer when she hits affiliate? Well, the thing is, she doesn't want a computer. But I think she's growing more to the opinion that she might want one. I picked up the wrong water bottle. Because she has a tablet that she pretty much does all her work on. And I feel like she doesn't want a big honkin' tower thing. I guess you could get a mid-size one. That should probably be fine with that. So much for the aggressive concept before I give him the name of my client. Okay, I think we just have to press this again, right? Because of the contradiction. Trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. These are the roles and duties an assassin and his client are to carry out. Okay, yeah, we didn't get this last time. I could have swore I pressed everything like twice, but maybe you have to do it right after another. But that's true, you do stream off a laptop. I guess she could get a gaming laptop. We don't really have a space to stream. This room is tiny. And I don't know, I guess we could get rid of the futon maybe. I don't know. We're planning on moving out at some point, so maybe then it'll be possible. I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. Sorry. And that's why you feel you can betray this person? I just scarfed down food really quickly before stream, so ignore the hiccups. I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really. In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. That is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. Now that I do believe it's about time I revealed the name of my client. What is it? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness? What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Carita? That person's name is... Adrian Andrews. What? Does that make sense? Because we thought it was... No, that means she knew he was dead. That's so weird. If that's true, that doesn't really make much sense, but... That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? Dude, the song kind of goes off, though. There's got to be a ton of remixes of this song. It's so good. This can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? Yo, subscribe. 18 months? We had 2 babies? Oh wait, it's Stygia. It's weird in this context, but if you were someone else, I would have said that normally. What's up, Stygian? Thank you for the emotes. I looked at the 18 months first. But yeah, show off your emotes. Now, you should have an art badge, supposedly. I don't know how you could look at that. I think if you click the gear down below, and there should be an option to change your badge. But if you're a mod, I'm not sure if you can. See, I don't even know how to do it. Where is it? Chat appearance, maybe? No. Yeah, I don't know where it is. There's a way to change it, though. Maybe someone else can help her. Yeah, look at all those beautiful emotes. That's not all of them, though. There's some follow emotes that you could use, too. Those are just the subbed ones. Oh, wait, no, the sip ones should be... everyone can use. Alright. My guess is that Mr. De Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? Sip. Oh, you changed your color. Nice. I'm sure in order to get an audience with his court, Mr. De Killer told him a different name. Matt Onguard, perhaps? Ugh, I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived? This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness. Ugh. You Shelley De Killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt Onguard. Am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure this acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. Sip, sip, sip. Do you have a favorite of the emotes? To anyone? That was mainly directed at Stygian, but anyone can answer. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided the suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. De Killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt Onguard is innocent. They are not giving Edgeworth any leeway. They have not asked him to give any evidence at all to say that De Killer's lying. If this was me on the stand, or if this was me in the prosecutor desk on the other side of the screen, if I was moved over there, my camera and my desk included, I think the judge would have asked us multiple times if that is what it is, but he just seems to cut right to the chase. Seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What now? With the way this is going, Onguard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And Onguard, my client, I know he's guilty. Alright. I think there's multiple endings to this trial. So I'm gonna just save ahead of time. And Onguard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley De Killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now, it was all one big lie. Miss Andrews, the suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. De Killer himself has testified. He has named you his client. No, that's just not true. Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and button donning the nickel samurai costume. But that's... You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste's impacts was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead. No. Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Okay, here's the question then. Do we need to stall any further? Because I do want to... Because we don't know if Gumshoe made it to Maya yet. It might be too soon to say Although it's going to be too late if I don't say as well. I'm going to save a lot if I can in multiple save slots, just in case. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please, help me. Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Do I wait? Ooh, this is too spicy of a chance. I don't know. I still feel like it's too early. It's still too early to throw in our cards. I mean, we could still stall, because if I ask for the verdict now, I think it's all over for us. We would get Maya back, but a guilty man would run free. We could press the trial further and maybe not ever get the evidence that we need, and Maya is killed. I don't think they would kill Maya, though. That seems a little extreme. I think she's in the next game as well, so it'd be kind of a weird continuity. I think. I'm gonna ask for the trial to continue. Actually, I can save here. Let me, I'll just put it here. My save screen is getting more and more confusing as the game goes on. Let's let the trial continue. Phoenix, I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept a not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Matt Ongard is a killer. A murderer. I can't. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than Ongard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact. That it is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten Ongard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict now, or right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Ew, imagine trusting Edgeworth. What? My dog is judging me. Yes, you do. What's up? How you doing, dog? Do you have a blanket? 1 second. I gotta make sure my pup is comfortable. Here you go. You want a blanket? Come here. Let's go. Here you go. What? You gotta go outside? I think it just wants to play. We can't play right now. You don't have thumbs. I don't have a second controller you can play. You don't know anything about law, you stupid dog. He looks scared. Dude, I love the Charlie emotes. I hope they never go away. But if I ever get more emotes, I'm going to have to sacrifice some probably. Because I need more subscribers if I want more emotes, but I don't like asking for subs because that feels weird. Go lay down. He's just staring at me. It makes me feel uncomfortable. He feels like a chatter. He's a lurker. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. DeKiller. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. Let him lurk? He likes to be part of it? He left. He didn't like that I called him out. Never call out the lurker. He left. Oh well. Anyways, to all the lurkers out there, hope you're doing well. He'll come back, don't worry, Deputy. Maybe I'll catch him and show him on stream. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. Very well, the trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. DeKiller. Right away, Your Honor. I hope we're doing the good thing. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. Dude, Edgeworth, my homie, he's not letting him know that what's going on in court. He knows that Maya is in a hostage situation. Dude, my homie. He's doing so good. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about? Usually done? But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. DeKiller, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? Well, yeah, but that's real court. This is fake court, and it's actually a good time. Oh, dude, he came back. Oh, there he is. There's our boy. He decided to lay down finally. Good boy, Charlie. Alright, that's enough screen time for him. That's all you get. Don't get greedy. Oh, baby. Oh, he's so cute. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However... Oh, come on, he left. Don't mention the lurkers. I'm telling you. One thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Carita was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is a most unexpected turn of events. For the 5th time now? However, this time everything has finally been revealed. What hasn't been revealed yet, edgy boy? Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here. Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. That makes 2 of us. God, we gotta save Maya. I've already stated it quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Ah, yeah. Well, a change in occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. DeKiller. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt. Did it to frame another for the crime. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card? So, so that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. You try to make things easy? My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. Honestly, he is a good worker. A good mindset of a famous assassin. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook. I mean, she's been holding the card the entire trial. I don't think she was really hiding it. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being... Or he's being truthful or not without him being... I feel like there should be a comma there. I'm bad with grammar, so I don't know. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. No, I already told you. I have no intention of ever using your services. Ever. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? I already knew from the very beginning that Mon Carita was dead. From the very beginning. That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. Okay, something's weird there. That's an obvious hint. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. So why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway? That is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Onguard. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. Huh? My job is to kill. That is all, and to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. That's just what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. And that's all you have to testify. Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again, as in you plan to continue. I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place, and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Dude, a spin-off game called Phoenix Wright, Ace Assassin? It just rolls off the tongue. It's gotta be a thing. No. I'm fine. Really? Are you really now? I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. What are you going to do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. That's true. However, you realize that will be very bad for our client, right? Is there a Phoenix Wright Assassin game that I don't know about? I really doubt it. When I was researching the whole game, or the whole series, I don't think I saw that. I had some leftover green tea I had to finish. I missed the trash can if you wanted to know. Not that I'm aware of. It'd be cool if there was like a fan game of it. But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, I never pressed this, I probably should. What is it, Mr. Wright? If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit. Yes? How much is your fee? I see. You are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. No. Mr. Wright. Yes? You want to kill me? You want me dead? Don't you? What? Why would you think something like that, Your Honor? Guilty. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you are hereby declared guilty. Oh no. Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? Wait. Hold on a second. We have witness accountability. We have a witness statement that has been said saying that he was giving a large sum of money. It was On Guard was giving a lot of money to his butler, or who was thought to be a bellboy at the time, I guess. That's gotta come up. That's like the one thing pinning the assassin to working for On Guard and not Adrian Andrews. So I think if I knew the amount of money it was, that would be a good contradiction to him working for Adrian. Alright. Tampering with the scene of the crime. My client... Wait, did I miss anything else? Did I press this? I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. I had a problem... Okay, we've already seen this. Okay. Did it to frame another for the crime? Is this the one that was strange? Pretending to be the first person to discover the body. I think this was the questionable one, right? From the very beginning, that is correct. All my clients know precisely about the situation at all times. That's odd. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Carita was dead. Do we have anything that proves that? Do we have evidence from before she went into the room? I mean, would this be a good counter? Because she's been carrying it around and flashing it everywhere. See, I don't really know if I have evidence for this. I guess, why would she pour the wine glass, maybe? Let me save real quick. That is a bit weird. If she knew he was dead, why would she pour tomato juice? Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKiller. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Carita had been murdered. But how? How do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass? Mr. DeKiller's supposed client thought Mr. Carita had only fainted, which is why the glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind. We're watching Dunkirk, Ozzy. Because I've already seen... I mean, you already know my reasoning. I've already seen... why? I'm going to tell you. It's because I've seen Austin Powers' International Spy before plenty of times. I picked the movie that I've never seen. And I have not seen Dunkirk. Also, Dunkirk would give you guys more points anyways. Well, not more points, but it'll do more for your getting achievements, I guess. But that's not the main reason I'm doing it. You watched 1917? It was pretty good. You're right, it was good. It was a really good movie. You're right, Ozzy. Dude, 1917's so good. It's crazy how you don't like it. I see your point, Mr. Edgeworth. What is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the exact same thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? Because the main character didn't die right away. Because they were being shot at. And Germans have never missed a shot in their life during World War I. So what? Yeah, 1917. It was World War I. It was insulting to history? It's because he was running dead sprint in a dark-ass city with ruins everywhere, a lot of cover, and he was being shot at, and they were missing. You died in the war, and like you clearly. It's not really about the war, though, is it? It's more about like, I guess. Well, it is about war, but it's more about. I don't know. It's about war. This isn't Star Wars. Well, there was only one moment where they're being shot at. I mean, other than No Man's Land, where they're running. That was a really good shot, though, where they're running parallel to the trench, and like all the British soldiers are running out into the battle. That was a good scene. That's peak cinema right there, Ozzy. It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Kurita's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. I will be welcomed into the Brotherhood, the afterlife. That's fine. You know, we all different opinions on movies. I'm not going to hate you for not liking 1917. I'm not going to try to understand it either. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right, now I have to buy us some more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. This request came to me about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. Do we have an alibi for where... So you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. Did we get this one before? I feel like we may have gone this one before. I need to add more questions. There's already a lot there. I don't know how many, but there's a lot of questions. But what's the best thing to put on toast? What's your go-to toast options? Plain burnt toast? When you say shit like that, Ozzy, I can't trust your opinions. You like burnt ass toast? With no I don't even want to try saying that word. With no toppings? Accoutrement? Is that how you say it? Accoutrements? I feel like I don't know French. I think it's French. I understand that is a hot take. It is a very hot take. You like eating charcoal. See, I like the smell of burnt toast or like burnt popcorn, but I don't like the taste of it. Is that weird? I also like the smell of gasoline. I know that's another weird take. Burnt toast is great. I mean, I would at least put some butter on it. I get burnt toast with butter because you're helping it. You're making it soft again. But just plain? You're crazy. You're wild. That is correct. Meeting one's client versus building trust, blah, blah, blah. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. I don't know. What's my go-to? I like butter and jam, honestly. It's simple. If I'm eating it with something else, I like doing peanut butter. Like if I have a big bowl of cereal, I like having like peanut butter toast on the side. I know I love carbs. Probably not good for me. Probably where I got my love handles from. This request came to me about a week ago. Actually, let's press on that. Veggie cream cheese. Interesting. I don't really like dairy except for milk. Oh, for butter. You don't like butter. That's interesting. Because butter and jam is really good. You get the richness of the butter and then the sweetness of the jam. Oof, good combo. Another thing I like is butter and cinnamon sugar is pretty good. That's only when I want to treat myself. I don't get that. I don't do that very often. 1 week ago. Are you sure? Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. Butter and jam is great. As for the type of jam, it could be anything. I don't really care. I got this really good, I was traveling, where was it? I think I was going to Wyoming when I was probably in high school with my parents. And we stopped at an Amish place which had all sorts of jams. They sold like, it was an Amish store where they sold their jams, honey, bread, stuff that they make and want to sell and get some money. And I got this, I think it was, is it apple pear? I think it was just pear cinnamon jam. Oh my god, I cannot find anything similar to what that was. It was so good. One day I'll have to stop there again. I don't know where it was or if the community's still there, but holy shit, that was the best jam of my life. When you request my services, Mr. Tony, I hope you keep that in mind. Please stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. A specific date and time. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. Did you ask why on that specific night? Okay, this is going to be a big point. No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? I'm gonna let it go for now. Even if I ask about them, it would only be a guess. I see. That's fine then. I want to press everything before going down that path. We met at a certain bar. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was with that brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking at them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Was it? Maybe? Sure, I'll say it's very important. Of course, it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. DeKiller had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken. So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews? I guess so. You see, it is just as I said. Ugh, I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax. Now then, would the witness please continue? This is what occurred. I trust my memory. Oh, did I fuck up? I didn't lose any health. And I believe I have made no mistakes. So your client was Adrian Andrews. That is correct. Well, he says the two of them met, but if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with DeKiller's testimony. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around. You have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw his suspicion. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere. No, not next stream. Because we still have the third game. This is a trilogy set, Ozzy. We're going to be working on Nonary games and Phoenix Wright. But I promise you it'll be probably within the next couple of weeks. I'm going to really push through Nonary if I can. I'm going to take my time with it, though. I'm going to enjoy it. But I think the first game isn't too long for Nonary. Phoenix Wright games are long. This request came to me about a week ago. No, this is the second one. This is the last mission, though, of the second one. We'll be finishing up this one. My services on the night of the award ceremony. We met us. Is this where I need to press? So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear. My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Carita's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. He must be talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? The testimony just now has made one thing clear. And that is? The client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet? I mean, obviously she knew. Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that. Oh, really? Witness, please continue with your testimony. Did I fuck up? Really? Is this the one I have to press? I can't remember. Was this bad? Oh, meet face to face. Oh, no, we already saw that. Okay, luckily we're not getting punished for it, which I'm surprised. really nothing else to press? It was on the night of the award ceremony. Okay, we pressed everything. How am I supposed to get more information out of him? What if I say no to everything? Okay, maybe I do have to present something. Let's see. So I'm guessing it's about the time, the specific night. Seems like the Nickel Samurai is to confess something. Is it this? Really? Not that. Fuck. There's a request for my services the night of the ceremony. We met in a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. A week ago. That's nothing important. Maybe it's a piece of information that's not in the evidence, just something I forgot. That's right, I found in the victim's room. We haven't used this yet. Proof on guard bought a stuffed bear. Only Karita and Andrews knew how to open it. I don't know what I can even... What am I missing? About a week ago, it was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar. Occurred, I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. I can't press, or I can't present anything to that. There was literally testimony about On Guard giving a bunch of money to a bellboy, which is when I believe he made the transaction of the hit. But that's not in evidence anywhere. And every time I press it, I can't bring it up. Do I have anything in here? Rivals. Who seems to have it all together. Manager and fiance, Andrew's mentor. I get the feeling we met. Professional assassin always leaves a Shelly card near his victim's body. Okay. He's laying on your shirt. That boy left me. He loves you more now, apparently. I don't know. I don't know if I have anything for this. The bear. The client spoke of it. There will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Carita's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. He must be talking about this. There's a suicide note. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference after all. That is correct, and if I had not done the job that night, I would have not have known where the bear figurine was. What? Oh, is this new? No, it's not. The client knew the secret with the bear. We all knew that. All right, I think all of us knew that. Really? There's something weird going on here. Is it the bear? Is like this? Okay, let's... I mean, I have one more shot. Request for my services. I don't know what this is. I'm pretty stumped on what I'm trying to go for here. I thought the music quieted down a bit there. Okay. We haven't used the bear yet, which is why I thought maybe. Physically met Adrian Andrews. Of course I did. What was that? Brief pause, press further. I always submit my clients as a matter of principle. Why is that? Trust. Had met his clients before the murder, then it is unlikely he is mistaken. What did I do wrong? I don't... If they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong. Be anything strange this time around. You have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw a suspicion. If you do that, you should be able to find a flaw. What does that mean? Talk about delicate balance. Do I just... Of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. Okay, we've already seen all that. See, I don't know what... If I just let it go, nothing happens. You have to draw more information. I'm not really understanding the clue it's trying to get me to understand. I don't think I'm supposed to be presenting anything until I get more information. But how do I unlock that information? Through pressing alone. I can't... Because everyone's clearly saying that there's no contradiction yet. Or I guess Mia is... Or, yeah, Mia is saying there's no contradiction yet. We have to get it out of the killer. But... I've already pressed everything, and I've already pressed further into everything. I don't want to look it up. I've been really good not to look anything up. Why did your client request that? I'm sure it was all for the bear. Like, I feel like there's information here we need, but it's not getting added to the testimony. You could retrieve that item for me. He must be talking about the bear puzzle. It was a suicide note, actually. Just planning to publicly disclose its contents. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where the bear figurine was. So we got information from that. But it is important, and I want to use that against him, but when I do that, I don't get any more information out of him. It's just conjecture. Of course I did. What was that? What was the pre-pause? I would like to give us more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. Why is that? That's because I value the trust. Oh, wait. Maybe I do get it. So it's not important. Please stop. Okay, here we go. I figured out what we had to do. I didn't press further into it enough and backed out sooner. Please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. Get fucked? Wait, is that right? Why would the killer say him when Adrian is a girl? That's when I thought I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Yes. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Huh? Really? If that's the case, witness, please include your statement just now in your testimony. I don't think the killer has ever met Adrian Andrews. Therefore, I think the assassin is confused and thinks that Adrian Andrews is a guy. I saw him, I thought I can trust this person's client. Let me press it first, just to check. But as we now know, that was not how it turned out, correct? What do you mean? Adrian Andrews turned out to be a client who couldn't stick to the rules, right? Well, yes, I suppose you are correct. So I would like to check one last time. Are you sure your testimony is accurate? Okay. And I'm pretty sure we just need to present Andrews herself. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time. Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelley the killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up. About her. So what is the issue? What did you just say now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. I think that's the first time we saw that animation. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? The witness testified to the following. That he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking the request. But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person? Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, what the hell is coming out of that machine? Ugh. Is that supposed to be like oil? Why is a radio sweating? Why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. the Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender, and so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. Man, this game would be very confusing now. I don't think they would make this part of the case if it was made now, honestly. What? What is going on? Shelley the killer. This court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So, does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. Ugh, I know he's just going to spit out more lies. Very well, but this time, please give us the truth, and nothing but the truth. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without yet having met my client. The request was for the murder of one Kurita and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. So you took this job through a letter. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he is definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. Okay, request by mail. But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. But you didn't meet her client, or your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come now, let's stop this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Alright then, just cough it up and confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. the Killer met with his client? Have any proof that Mr. the Killer met with his client? I don't think I do. Oh, wait. No, I don't think I do, but we have testimony. Let's just skip this for now. I'll look into it later. Then your line of questioning was just another waste of time. Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. There have been times when I took a job without seeing my clients. And why could you not meet certain clients? Recently, I have been receiving more requests. If I meet each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities. Nice business opportunities? On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times, and now take requests via electronic email. I bet he uses AOL chat rooms. Electronic email? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope? I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email. Email? A contest of mimicry? The judge would beat a parrot hands down. Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and... The request was for the murder of one Kurita and 2 or 3 other small things. 2 or 3 other things? Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. No, don't let him slide with that. It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. Okay, we'll come back to this first, but... Like one sharp man, I should try to find a better way to do this without making him suspicious. Let's continue with this testimony. Saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought the client to be a man. So you're saying that you never saw your client's face, not even once? I did. Once. It was when I went to give my client the figurine. What? Excuse me? Oh, wait. No. They were saying that because the figurine was found in our Enguarde's mansion. So I think we previously stated that Andrews could have put the bear in his mansion to frame him. I think that was part of the previous chapter. But Miss Andrews was wearing a mask at the time. A mask? The Nickel Samurai mask, I'm guessing. How would you know it's her? Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this? Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? Okay, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, guys. I'm gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back in like 2 to 3 minutes. But I'll leave the music on here. Usually I put other music on. I'm back. I'm here. Alright, sorry about the tiny little break. Got some more water. Saw Mary, saw Charlie, played with him a bit. Okay. Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? No objections right now. Out of what he said, but it would be real bad if I did something and made him mad over something trivial. There are no problems with the testimony, Your Honor. We've pretty much reached the end of our rope here. Huh? Seems like we're still okay to me. And that's exactly what is so bad. At that rate we're going, at the rate we're going, we will end up completely destroying the killer's life. If we do that, you already know how serious of a situation that will put us in. Oh, yeah. All I can do now is pray that those items reach us in time. Okay, let's okay, press everything again. Actually, no. This doesn't seem like a contradiction sort of thing. I really want to press this. Because he's not being specific enough here. Okay, let's press further on this one. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes. Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one... Wait. Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck, alright? I have to think... Is this worth pursuing? I'll wait a bit. The killer sounds like one sharp man. I should try to find a better way to do this without making him suspicious. Phew! Oh, I've recently been getting a lot, or really into crosswords. Really random thought. But, I'm trying to increase my trivia knowledge. But they're really fun to do. At the moment, I can only do the Monday crosswords because they get harder. I don't know if you know, like, New York Times crosswords, but that's what I'm working on. Grandpa, dude, crosswords are so fun. Test your knowledge. But, I don't have good knowledge, and that's why it's improving it. I can only do the Monday ones, because those are the easiest ones in the week. And then they progressively get harder and harder. I cannot do a Saturday one. Or is it a Sunday one? I think the Sunday one's the harder one. But they've been fun. They have like mini crosswords too that are like stupid easy though. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. Sudoku is fun. Sudoku is fun, yes. As a kid, I did a lot of word searches. I had a huge, thick book of word searches that each one followed a theme or a different gimmick. And I loved it to bits. And then some asshole kid at daycare fucking stole it from me, I'm assuming. I lost it at daycare, and I just assumed a kid took it. Because that was my infant brain at the time. Someone's conspiring against me, for sure. I never got to finish it. It was... Oh. And I couldn't find the book anywhere after that. My parents tried finding a replacement, but they couldn't find it anywhere. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. I don't think it's important. This seems like the most important thing. Times when I took a job without having met my client. Did we have to press here? I don't think we did. Yeah, okay. I think it's the first one we have to press. But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose so. However, there's some. I did not. Oh, come now. Let's stop this game of cat and mouse. I feel like pressing here is bad. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to press that. No. No, I didn't want to do that. I don't have any proof. Who've wished Mr. Kurita dead. I didn't want to do this. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Could it be the transmitter? No. No, I don't think so. But the witness met with his client. Who's the witness in this case? Oh, the killer. Dude, I do like crosswords. Thought my headset was dying. Dude, I've been playing some New York Times crosswords. They're a blast. Although I fucking suck at... I can do Mondays and Tuesdays. I can't do anything past that, which are the harder ones. I never shrug you off. I always ask, why don't you ask me? Why do you always go to Stygian? Why not ask me? I never shrug you off. When I do... What you're probably thinking is, you ask me a question about crosswords, I don't know the answer, so I don't give you a fake answer. That's probably what you're thinking. I'm not shrugging you off, I just don't know the answer, Ozzy. I'm not that familiar with crosswords enough to give you an answer for everything. No, don't give him any more bullets, okay, Stygian? I did most of the crossword myself. That was Wednesday's crossword, so it was a little harder too. Although I asked you about, you know a lot of vocabulary that I don't, or like synonyms to words. I'm trying to get better at that. I've always been bad at figuring that stuff out. I could do basic general trivia, but when it comes to vocabulary, Stygian is the person to go to. She is a master at vocabulary and grammar. Well, she writes a lot. I can't do that shit. I fucking got D's in English all my life. Here's proof that the witness met with his client. I think I need a load. Is that right? So what do you think? You may say, what do you think? However, I am for all intents and purposes Oh! We got it! That was right, I think. However, I am for all intents and purposes a transceiver radio. Oh, no, never mind. We didn't get it right. I thought he was referencing the transceiver thing we sent, but he's talking about himself. That's right. You can't actually see the evidence. Did we get it right? Well, I don't think this was one I needed to see. I can hear the pure silence in the air there. Ugh, how could I have picked the wrong piece at a time like this? I got too excited. I'm sorry. What did I want to do? I wanted to press this one. Press. Okay, we've seen this. Press further. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. We're in there. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Kurita's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client. Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony, as you wish. One of these was to find the bear figurine. Yeah. Press this. I found this figurine at Mr. Ongard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Ongard, I'm sure. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? Is it a contradiction? Oh, they never met face to face. But do I want to object? I want to make this go on longer. I'm gonna... Ooh, this is dangerous. I shouldn't save here. Well, I'm not gonna take a hit, am I? We'll put it here. There is a contradiction? So, the killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews. But I know somewhere in that statement there is a contradiction, and yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, he will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence. She's right. So now what's Dr. Wright? What would I present? About giving her the bear. Well, it's the fact that it was in On Guard's room. Oh, wait. The butler. Was the butler in here ever? Yeah, I think it's the butler we have to present. Is that evidence, though? You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine, and she told you to take the bear and wait for her at On Guard Mansion? Is that correct? Yes. Where are you going with this? Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly. But what? This is a battle of wits. I can't let up on him. I don't think it is possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. I'm questioning everything now. I mean, why would she go and look in the room for the bear anyways? Is this? I feel like it could be this. Or something similar to that. Okay, my first guess is the Lotta's photo. I could also present... Well, this doesn't have anything to do with the mansion yet. So I do think it has to be this. So, what do you think? It's wrong? Seriously? Mr. DeKiller. Oh, I'm sorry. I went to visit the water closet for a second. Huh? Mr. Attorney, I think it's time I stated this in terms even you can comprehend. If you ask me any more of these pointless questions, there will be no mercy. Fuck you. Why is it so hard? I don't know. No objections? Finger on the central problem here. Okay. I think I need to find more info. The end of the letter, I thought it came to be man. One was bear. Is that a hint? The knife? Do I have to do this? Murder of Juan Carita and 2 or other small things. 2 or 3 other things. He only stated 1 though. Why is he only stating 1 of them when he said 2 or 3? Okay, I've already tried that. So that's the only way forward. I don't think we're gonna get any more evidence out of him. So there's a connection of... I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly. I don't think it's possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. Is it the knife? Would it be the bear itself? Because she was in the room trying to find the bear. So why would she go searching for the bear if, I guess, but it wasn't a frame. There was no reason for her to get the bear to frame on guard. It was like totally separate. The fact that she even went into the room at all, I think we talked about that she was looking for the bear. That was already confirmed in the previous cross-examination of the previous witness. So I think it's honestly just weird that she would go in there anyways to look for the bear herself if she was going to receive the bear anyways. So why would she do that? And I feel like that was good enough proof, but no. I don't know what it could be. Is it the knife? Really? No, it's not the knife. I guess I gotta save further in. It's something to do with her being in the room, I think. Battle of Wits, blah blah blah. It's possible Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. It's weird because you can't use previous testimonies as evidence, which frustrates me because there is a load of testimonies that would counter this, I feel. About being seen with the butler giving on guard, or the ninja, or the samurai, my bad, the nickel samurai, the bear. That was a testimony earlier. And it was said that the bellboy gave the bear to the nickel samurai. That would prove the who the assassin is, which would be so beneficial right now. See, I don't know what it's trying to lead me to. Is it the bear itself? Okay, it's the bear itself. I don't know why. He'll explain it, I hope. Shelley the Killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrew... Oh, is it because I found it? Then this item should not have been inside it. Oh, I guess... Okay. Fine. I forgot when the note was discovered. It was discovered in the trial, and I forgot about that. This item? I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it for her sake. Okay, I forgot about that too. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. So that's where you two were going. Though, by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means, it means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh-ho! Mr. Phoenix Wright. Object? I'm sure I mentioned this before, how I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of the agreement. No, that's enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do. Wait, please. Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. No, please, not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... Dude, we're losing it. Stay cool. What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should... Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... Ugh. The prosecution... What has come over everyone? Even you are... The prosecution rests. What is going on around here? Prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? Okay, maybe we barely got out of that. Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold his stance. If that is the case, then, even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley DeKiller's client is... Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. If I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt Ongard, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Ongard, to the stand. The items from DeKiller's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. Can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Those aren't good hands to handle this. Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Don't do that now. So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. Ongard? What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap is just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? You'd better get Ongard a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. We have to save. I'm sorry. I'm so nervous. It all hinges on what I choose. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt Ongard, is innocent. Dude, Phoenix Wright, you gotta fucking filibuster your ass off. This is the only way. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right. I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Ongard, is... I gotta go with guilty. We gotta get the justice, right? I don't know. Guilty. We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Oh, it didn't go through. Matt Ongard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Oh, does it force me to go this way? Matt Dude, she's here. Yo. Franziska von Karma. Hell yeah, hell yeah. What are you doing here? You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them? Let's go. Did I get good ending? I hope I did. You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. A Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy, he's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. Oh, the ending choice is coming up. Oh, I thought that was it. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Okay. I love Gumshoe, but something tells me that this evidence is gonna be something really funny. And not good evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence. This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence, down to the last. A request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police. He must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? Does it matter? Should I always question? I'm pretty sure there was no gun involved in this case. There's no real benefit to hearing about it. Please present the next piece of evidence. Okay, so it did get added. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. That's going to be important. I bet the killer took that from On Guard Mansion. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh, yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelley the Killer is no ordinary man. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Was that used during the crime? I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it, the killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. Should I have questioned about the gun? I'm a little worried now. I don't think it has anything to do with this, right? There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There's a button missing on this uniform. Ah, a button. It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. That is all I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure we're under normal circumstances, these items from Shelley de Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Ms. Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful, absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix, I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's... Try for my sake. Just think about it for a second. Oh, I should save here? Okay. Dude, all my saves are on this one episode. I guess it doesn't matter. We'll put it on the... They're all farewell my turnabout, so I guess it doesn't really matter which one we do. I'll do that one. There are 2 ways out of the situation for us. Also, thank you for telling me to save. 2. The first. Make Enguarde wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Enguarde himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way, force the killer to end his contract with Enguarde. If the killer were no longer to no longer think of Enguarde as his client, then he would let Maya go. Man, that's even more impossible. He is a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem impossible feats at first, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side, what does she mean? You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, this court does not need any more evidence. I am not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then, you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. One chance. Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. That's impossible. To turn the situation around in one try? One try? That is all I will permit. I have to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking Enguarde down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to? It's not... Was it this one? Who's the person who witnessed, Who's the person who witnessed the transaction of the bear? Do you want to get the bad ending first? If I just fail here, is that the bad ending? Is that all I need to do? Or is there a specific way to get a bad ending? Because I'm thinking of putting on whoever saw the transaction with the bear. We can confirm who the identity of the assassin. Okay, I mean, we could do that. I don't even know who the right person is. I can't remember if she saw the transaction or not. I feel like it was security lady, whose name is Old Bag, which I don't know why it's not there. Oh, Wendy Old Bag, it is there. Is this the right answer? You could say yes or no to this. Because I feel like she saw the transaction, so I would guess her? Or would it be On Guard? I don't think On Guard. Is there someone else here? Maybe Powers? No. No, okay. Damn it. I don't think Powers has anything to do with this. I guess this doesn't take down On Guard himself. What if I chose Juan? Is it Edgeworth? No. That's stupid. I don't think that would be it. I'm guessing we have to use the bellboy uniform to do something. Okay, we're just gonna guess wrong first. I guess we could choose... Maybe there's a way to show that On Guard betrayed his trust, maybe? Then come back to figure it out. Okay. Can I save here? No. I saved earlier, it's fine. I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. Oh, it's a multi-one. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't have anything to say to this. How about you, Miss Von Karma? Well, I was just shot, so... I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue. What? No one understands what you are talking about anymore. Wait, 1 second. That is enough, Mr. Wright. I will now state my verdict. This court finds the defendant Matt On Guard not guilty. Actually, you know what? Is it the... Is it the VHS tape and the killer or the killer? That is all. Your court is adjourned. Because maybe if he knows we have the videotape of him killing... No, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Is it? I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the street. I never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty. Of course... Oh, of course, yeah. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to be. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. The end. Okay, that's the bad ending. We're gonna get the good ending, I promise you. Justice ill-served? Is that what it says? Is that the right one? 4-2, trial? Yeah, that one. Okay. So we have to find a way to make On Guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. So is there an item that would make him regret this? The Killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. The second way, force a killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, that's even more impossible. So we have to find something. Is there two answers to this? Yeah, let me save here. So something that would maybe... Would it be the killer with the uniform? Okay, this one's a tough one because I'm not really sure if I'm missing something or not. Well, I'm sure I have everything. One of its special buttons is missing. Okay, so we have to show it to On Guard or the killer. What would show that the client betrayed his trust? I don't think it's the videotape, because it would just show the killer killing. Maybe. I'm guessing one is this one for On Guard? City of Phoenix sure is right. Welcome in, Alex. We're literally on the final piece of evidence to end this game. And I'm concerned. I'm thinking one of these goes to... I think there's two answers. Bellboy's uniform. There's a button missing. I think it's the videotape and On Guard. No, he knows of the crime. He knows... Wait. No, the assassin tried to get the videotape. I'm just gonna go with what I first said. Which is the videotape and the assassin. Nothing, really? Okay. I can't load from here? Seriously? That sucks. Okay, it wasn't that. Maybe it's the other way around. Because the assassin might be trying to hide the videotape from On Guard? Am I overthinking this or not thinking at all? I did it in the wrong order? I did? Wait, how would I do it in the wrong order? Man, the City of Phoenix sure was wrong here. Oh, no. Wait, what? What do you mean the wrong order? Let me reread it. Did I not save? Okay, yeah, no. I thought I saved sooner than that. Who would you like to show the... Oh. Oh, but it doesn't really matter. I have to show it to... I didn't... I know what you mean now. It wasn't that one. Oh, wait. Did I do it? No, I did that right. Okay. And I want to show the evidence. This evidence. Okay. It might still be wrong. Oh, okay. I wasn't wrong then. My second guess was right. I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Alright, it looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found in your hideout. Or at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it. So I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you were on this tape. Yeah, okay, I was thinking about that. Because he doesn't want his face to be seen. Yet, On Guard put up all these security cameras to capture the crime at the exact time that he was told to kill. Which is very suspicious. And a big no-no to his contract. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted a camera? Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews? Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Matt Onguard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to see Juan get his, wanted to blackmail on you, didn't trust your skills, probably blackmail. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelley the Killer? I still want to know what that... what those tears are. Oh! It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to be. I don't think transceivers run off oil. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes? I told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. Oh, you told us one thing. Okay. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. I wonder what the purpose of showing the bellboy coat would be. And why they went into detail about how it was missing a button. Maybe it was just to throw you off? That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright, yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item. Beep. I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I'm sort of... I don't quite know. God. Miss Von Karma, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Uh-oh. Mr. Engard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watched this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is that all right with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of the very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Plead guilty, right? We gotta plead guilty. Matt Engard. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore. Oh shit. Holy shit. Oh, that'd be painful. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping out that much this time. Mr. Edgeworth, how was Matt on guard? I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whip leather right about now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. Do people ever get the death sentence in this game? It's very unclear. I'm not sure. There's times where it makes it seem like they would go to the gallows if they plead not guilty, or if they turn out to be guilty, but that's my defense people. Or the people I'm defending. That's a better way of putting it. And it's been worded like my client would get the death sentence, but it's never really clear when we get the killer if they get the death sentence, if that makes sense. So I don't know. Maybe they do. But after that, when I was alone in the detention center, I don't think they do. I don't know. That's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. As this takes place, well, I mean, there are death sentences in America. They're very uncommon, though. Are they? I hope they are. I don't know at this point. I didn't look into it. When the two of you use your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. Let's go, we did it. This is the first time I've felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits. And that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. Okay. After we get through the ending of this game, we'll switch on over to Nonary games, but I'll take a quick break. 1 second. I want to check something. Oh, Stygian, did you ever accept... Oh, no, you did accept the... Yeah, you accepted the art credit, right? For doing the emotes? I think you did. Let me check. I know it's a weird time to do this now, but... Oh, it says artist Stygian Sunshine. Okay, that worked, yeah. Why don't you have the badge, though? Oh, whatever. Maybe you have to specifically give it to you in the channel? I'm not sure how to do that. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is your first time you've not gotten your client off. Don't word it like that. You got them a guilty verdict this time, but you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. There's usually a choice at the end of each one, and I always got it wrong. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. I can't count on evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? My client, Matt Ongard, is... Is he guilty, or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then, and your answer? Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Sorry, my mustache keeps tickling my nose. Right. Edgeworth. I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really? You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite safe. She is on her way here as we speak in a patrol car. Ah, Mystic Maya. Mystic Maya's safe. You did it. You really did it, Mr. Nick. She punches deceptively hard for a kid. I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Thanks. Oh, what's wrong? Miss Von Karma. About earlier. Thanks. Ow. Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry, she may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner, and I tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then... it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in the moment of clarity that everything began to change.
What foolish nonsense. We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have, erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch, but we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This, I promise you. The truth. Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding, isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night. Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool. Miss Von Karma. I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over.
Is he a Von Karma? Wait, what? She keeps interrupting their romance? I know, it's frustrating, Kenny. How was the D&D movie? I'm guessing you saw it by now. Yeah, it probably got over not too long ago. Dude, I love the bromance they got, though. Makers stop. Franziska, I mean, there's nothing that'll stop this bromance. Not even Von Karma's whip. It's so fun. It looks like a very fun movie. I don't think I'll care about the story at all, but it looks fun. It looks fun. Franziska threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else. Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Okay. Are we gonna use it later, Edgeworth? What's going on? A story is there as much as a D&D campaign has a plot there. Does that mean it's good? It's a plot there? Was it like traditional D&D, like typical tropes that a D&D campaign would have? They capture a sense of fun that captures the heart of D&D. Okay, that's awesome. That's what needs to be told through that movie. Eventually, I'll probably watch it. I don't really have I don't know. I don't have much interest in seeing it, I guess, but I'm sure it's good. I'm not much into comedies or even fantasy. I don't really like much fantasy movies. Okay. Nick. Maya. Mystic Maya. Isaac making me furious right now. What challenge are you doing right now? What are you going for? Is it the... Which one is it? I don't know the names of the bosses. There are concepts and solutions throughout the movie where I know this is from someone else's D&D game. 7 out of 10 would watch again. I feel like 7 out of 10 is your standard go-to score. Because I think you gave that to Avatar. Way of Water. Sorry. Oh, the Forgotten. Okay. Isn't that like one of the hardest things you can do? Oh, that hurt my throat. Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted, like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. My dog is barely looking in the room whining. What? What's wrong? What are you doing? I wish I could show you. I don't think you... No, you can't see that, can you? No, I don't think the camera's... Charlie, what's wrong? What? You, like, had his... Can you see him? He's, like, barely there. He's... What are you doing? You're just peeking in the room. Come on. What's this? What do I got? What's this? I tricked you. I got nothing. I don't know if... Oh, that's blocking it. My bad. Alright. Enough of him. Did I do all the law? We did do all the law. We're at the... What's it? Not the epilogue. What's the opposite of epilogue? The conclusion? The resolution? The pooch has found the almighty blind spot. What the problem is? He's just staring at me outside my door. Objection! He's doing that little... A lot of emotes where they just peek around a wall. I think that's what you're doing in the previous emote. Thank you for the objection. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we were sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm relieved you're alright. Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Huh. Oh, she's starving. Yeah, she was not being fed at all. Alright, I think it's time we got out of this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick. Food. Grub. Chow. I'm starved. I'm so hungry even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. Excuse me? You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please. Where are you? Now I can't even see him and he's whining at me. Where are you whining from? He's the spirit. Yeah, he's doing that thing. Welcome in, Chrono. Oh, there, now he wants to show his face. What's up? You gotta go outside, go potty? Can I go outside? Can I go potty? What's that mean? Is that yes? You got agua? You got food? Do you want to play? Oh! You want to play? He looked a little more excited with that word. Can I go outside? I think he's gotta go outside. Unless he's just worried about my light and he's telling me to move it so he can lay down on the futon. I don't know what this boy needs. Let's get through this. If you insist. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick. Food! Do you need food? You don't deserve food. I'm kidding. I feed him. Don't worry. He's being well kept. Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him? You did it again, city... I don't know her voice. I keep forgetting it. You did it again, city boy. That's not how I said it before. Felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me. And I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of Steel Samurai. Thanks. Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bully Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might have
kicked it tonight even. I'll keep that in mind. Well, come on now, everyone gather around. Y'all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least you can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen. You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, Detective. Not me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from Dick Killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? Oh, come on, y'all, it's over. But, ooh, boy, I tell ya, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? You think? Why does she look so happy about it? But being shut away for 2 whole days, weren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of the things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had a rough gal. Or you had it rough, gal. So, where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Well, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. Ah. It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. That's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do. Oh, is that the button that's missing? No, that'd be weird. I don't know how that would work. Huh, but Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet. And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just wanted to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. Kiss him! I wonder if there's anything I can give to him to express how I feel. Tomato juice. No. It would be the badge, right? The whip? Do I whip him? I give him the bear? The gun? I give him a gun? Is it just the attorney badge? I feel like I should have saved. I wish I saved. Because I failed every single choice one. What's this? It's my way of saying thanks. I see. Well, it's the thought that counts. Damn it! I fucked up! I failed the romance. We didn't reach the flag. I guess I'm not very good at this showing my appreciation thing. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job. I fucked up. What was it? What was it supposed to be? Oh, I failed every single ending choice, I think. Oh, that's frustrating. I wonder if there's like a compilation of them online. Looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya. Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick? No, don't get in my way. But Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me. Anyway, so who's paying for this lovely dinner party? As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick. Huh? Yeah, I'm kind of at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kind of already put your name on the bill. Huh? Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000. Huh? Huh? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Oh, God. Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick. Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? Ah, you don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out. This is going to be the first time I hear you, the real you. Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. Alright then, if you say so. You said it.
Man, I'm so frustrated that I can never get the ending choice down. And it always comes when I least expect it. Because I wasn't expecting that choice, or where I had to present something. In the previous game when that happens, they gave you another shot.
Objection!
I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. I guess we gotta sit through the credits, huh? Second, do you think it's important that I go back and look at the correct answers for each of those interactions at the end? I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners, so I sort of made reservations for the 2 of you, just in case. Aw. Because I could always look up a video, maybe, that shows the 4 interactions I missed. There might be an extra scene in the final case if you give the correct item. Yeah. Extra in the final case. The one where he asked, or if I should give him something, right? Because there's been instances at the end of each trial where someone asked for evidence for some reason, and I've always gotten it wrong. You don't think so? Okay. I forgot about her. I forgot she existed. Maggie Bird, I'm retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. I was good. I thought I said that as a joke. Was that to tell him to keep, like, get back into being an attorney? I'm not going to do his voice. I refuse to. I hope he doesn't show up ever again. I hate doing his voice. Fucking hate Hottie. Worst character. He's worse than the clown. I'm gonna say it. He's worse than the clown. Yo, Max? It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination. And let the world know we are serious. I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe. Hey, Max, what do you think about Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk? I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at Moe's jokes. Aw, poor guy. Can't catch a break. Oh, my controller. Too small. I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fail on deaf ears. I'm gonna be more contemporary with my humor. Mo Curls RRR representative. Or represented. We've got our new act all worked out. Prepare for this. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it. Are we meeting like every single character? Okay, the manager. What's... Oh, the whole thing. What's this? Drat, it's just an ordinary electric... Okay, I can't believe this. Really? How long do they plan on making me do this? Oh, we forgot about it? But it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? I was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Windy and treat me like royalty. It's gonna feel pain on my heel. They're going out to burn, pay, playing fire, dangerous. Story scenery. That's too fast. See, okay. Maybe I should talk about the game. So, compared to the first game,
I don't know if it was as good. I do like the inclusion of... That's right, I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. I think I like the first one a bit more. I like the introduction of, what is it? Where you can present people or characters. I think that was a really nice inclusion. It has become difficult for me, as such I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit whatever. May we both be blessed with longevity. Yeah, the circus is a blemish, for sure. I do feel like some of the answers are a little bit more obscure. It seems like they're just obscure for difficulty's sake. They wanted to step it up from the first game. First game was not that hard at all. With a lot of the cross-examinations in this one, it was a little bit more tricky. Actually, a lot more tricky compared to the first one. Although the bonus episode at the end of the first game, if we're taking that into account, that had some difficult moments that I really liked. I like the interaction ability. That was awesome. I wish they brought it into this one. But I understand that this was just kind of a... This was... Well, they added on the 5th trial in the first game when it was ported to DS. So originally on Game Boy, that didn't exist. That was non-canon, essentially. But I do really like that 5th episode. Or the 5th trial in the first game. Which makes that soar above this game. But I enjoyed my time with this game. Trial 2 was really good. I honestly don't remember the first trial at all. But the second trial was really good. It was really difficult, though. I didn't like the way some of the things were questioned. They weren't totally obvious. Rise from the Ashes was really good. Where are you going, Franziska? How did you know I was here? With this. That's... I heard you were Oh, I should have given him the... Oh, okay. If I gave him the whip, it was to imply that he should give it back to Franziska. Okay. But I guess it doesn't matter. I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things. It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Franziska. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius, there's no doubt about that, but me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Ugh, right. You were supposed to give me the whip. Shit. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you.
That was supposed to be my revenge. God, I feel so bad for missing all those evidence presentals at the end of each trial. I'm sure it was just like 2 extra lines of dialogue, but it would have been special to see, I think. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why you're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways. Franziska von Karma. Aww. I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Dude, come on. That hurts. That tugs at the heartstring. See ya. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this 4th piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. I wonder if we gave the whip, we would see it. Dude, she's gonna duel. Oh, look, it's us. Oh, that's adorable. I love it. Nick. Well, at least we got to see what it was. It wasn't a cliffhanger. Oh, I love that. That's so good. Is not... I don't... No, this came out before that event, Jake. Why does it matter? I think it takes place outside of this realm, because no court would ever run this way. But that was justice for all. You're asking questions? Yeah, you're asking the real, not good questions, for sure. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break. Everyone get a snack, get some water. We're going to move on to nonary games. We're not yet done with the series. There is still one more game. Oops, I didn't mean to do this. We got Trials and Tribulations next. I don't want to start it right now. 2001, 2002, 2004. Oh, so there was a 2-year gap between, or I guess about over almost 2-year gap, I guess. But next stream, we'll probably start Trials and Tribulations. Unless we're getting really into nonary games, then maybe a nonary stream? I'm getting a sugar-free soda. You're not the boss of me. You could get a sugar-free soda if you want. I can't stop you.